Welcome to Headline News 24/7. Please click like and subscribe. Major pop star actually just fled America to escape Trump, realizes big mistake too late. Never one that has been afraid to express herself, pop singer Madonna has proclaimed her hatred of all things concerning President Donald Trump. In her recent interview with Vogue Italia, the nearly 60-year-old former music icon revealed how she moved her four youngest children to Europe, relocating to the country of Portugal in her efforts to escape a Trump presidency. She said she was keen to relocate her family from their Manhattan base as this is not America's finest hour. Then adding she also wishes to further her 12-year-old son David's budding soccer career. David was adopted from Malawi at the age of 1 in 2006. Ranked as the 10th poorest nation in the world, of Malawi's population of about 13 million. 1 million are children who have lost at least one parent to the AIDS virus. Madonna stated in the interview with Vogue Italia released Wednesday, she needed a change, after the 2016 election. "I wanted to get out of America for a minute, as you know, this is not America's finest hour," the aging singer said. "My son David, who is going to be 13 on September 24, has wanted to play soccer professionally for years. I've been desperate to get him into the best academies with the best coaches, but the level of football in America is much lower than the rest of the world. Not that leaving America makes anything different or changes anything. I've lived in other places, I lived in London for 10 years. I like to put myself in uncomfortable situations and take risks," she added. Taking 4 of her 6 children, David Bonda and Mercy James, 12, and twins Stella and Astaire, 5 with her, she fled to Lisbon, Portugal. Never one to shy away from controversy and often even creating controversy herself, Madonna has been openly hostile to President Trump, the Trump family, and the Trump administration. In 2016, she chose to share a photograph of Trump's eldest sons, Eric and Donald Trump Jr., and then tactlessly asked which one was the biggest pussy. She also chose to install a Trump piñata at her son David's birthday party and likened President Trump's victory over Hillary Clinton in the 2016 presidential election to a horror show. Then, of course, there was the anti-Trump cover of Britney Spears' Toxic, Breitbart reports. The Like a Virgin songstress, an outspoken critic of President Trump, previously confessed to fantasizing about blowing up the White House and purports to not have had a good night's sleep since the 2016 election. U.S. Secret Service reportedly opened an investigation into the singer after telling protesters at the Women's March in Washington, D.C. about having thoughts of blowing up the White House. "I'm angry. Yes, I'm outraged. Yes, I have thought an awful lot about blowing up the White House," Madonna said in a profanity-laced tirade against President Trump. "But I know that this won't change anything. We cannot fall into despair." During her performance of Human Nature, Madonna switched the song's lyrics to include, "Donald Trump, suck a dick." Madonna previously admitted that Donald Trump's election rendered her devastated. "It felt like a combination of the heartbreak and betrayal you feel when someone you love more than anything leaves you, and also a death," she told Billboard. "I feel that way every morning. I wake up and say, oh, wait, Donald Trump is still the president, and it wasn't a bad dream that I had." Ahead of the election, Madonna offered to perform oral sex on anyone who voted for Hillary Clinton. Interestingly enough, Madonna is now viewed as a toxic figure in the eyes of young people. She was slammed by millennials in a recent study who see her as an inauthentic media manipulator, whose latest onstage antics are deemed desperate and embarrassing, a survey seen by The Independent has found. The study found that people, in general, have grown tired of Madonna's transparent attempts to stay relevant, young, and why appealing are now considered embarrassing. The Independent states Professor Sedov, who advises brands on corporate endorsements using a research-based approach to quantify celebrity influence, also found a 23% decline in Generation Xers who once agreed that Madonna was an iconic cultural force. Professor Sedov said, "Madonna's desperate attempts for attention have damaged her legacy." He added, 1980s media manipulation tactics simply don't work anymore and turn off younger audiences. This is not about Madonna's age and her sexual image but about her being perceived as inauthentic. It seems Madonna may be using her so-called hatred of all things Trump as a means to simply stay relevant to her Hollywood pals. In her time amongst the rich and famous, it seems Madonna lost touch with the reality the rest of regular folks live with every day and made a rather significant mistake. It is no longer the 1980s and no one cares where Madonna moves or what she does. It's clear Madonna is willing to do just about anything to stay in the media, yet she made a huge mistake with this one. The average American loves President Trump and as far as they are concerned, She can stay in Portugal forever.
That was the news. We thought you might be interested in knowing about this. Please click like and subscribe. Thank you.